Seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Right to the air is Jackson. Points the target, and he has it over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Lions at 13-2 on the year. They were losers last time. They're trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Ross, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up second down. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw again is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed, as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This goes out wide for Mixon. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Now Hall to start the drive. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run with Hall. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
And not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. And occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Jackson on 1st down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27. From the 27, Jackson eluding the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Now from way back there after the sack. It's 3rd and goal, a long 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So they're not able to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Now throwing on 1st down here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Second down, Howell now. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Westbrook-Akine with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson. to Mixon on the check down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. From the 27, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and the Bears take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Howell. This pass out wide to Hall. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! Breece Hall. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3.
Bears 17, Lions 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And a throw right sideline is complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. Yeah, boy, Charles, it is no doubt a passing league. We get that, but did you ever think we would see someone pass for 7,000 yards in a season? He just went over that threshold.
Brandon, 7,000 yards means you've had a monster game each and every game of the year. If you throw for 350, that would hurt your average. That means you've made every throw, very few drops by your receivers. You've moved the ball effectively every time out. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Again, Jackson. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And in for the Lions touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Here's Steven Sims on the return from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead.
He's got him in. Complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
First down, Howell to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Howell. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
He is good. Makes the score Bears 24, Lions 10. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20, 10, 5, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown, Chicago.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the Lions' 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
He was brought down by Brandon Jones. No gain on the play. It's 4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for the Lions.
They go play action with Jackson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Buying time to his left. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Brings up second and 1.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guy?
Touchdown, Bears! He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Now Jackson on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Jackson flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Forced out to his left. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Fourth down. Here's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Jackson. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd down and goal. Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. 3rd and goal. Trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Taken at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson on 1st down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Jair Elam makes a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bears 55, Lions 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed.
And now here is another interception.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Down inside the 10.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Play action. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean.
And my goodness, another interception. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bears 72, Lions 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Jackson. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident throw right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That's good for the Lions.
Jackson will throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Jackson.
This goes out wide for Nixon.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And they stop him short of the 1st, as he can only get to the 20. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And the Lions are going to have 1st